So what can you share with us about the probate process?
Well, a lot of people don't know what probate is. Essentially, it's a judicial process, meaning you have to go before the court and the court is involved. Um, you may be doing probate when you have a will, which means that you're there to prove up the will, to make sure that the will is valid, that people have notice if they want to challenge it, and make sure it's not been revoked. If you just have a will, just a piece of paper, and it hasn't been admitted to probate, it's really just a piece of paper. Sometimes you need probate when you don't have a will. And in that situation, the court is involved to prove who the heirs are. And in both situations, we may need a representative appointed of the estate to do things on behalf of that estate, whether you have a will or don't. At the end of the day, out of the probate process, you're going to get a signed order from a judge.
So why is it necessary to probate, in settling the estate? Why is it necessary to go through the process?
Sure. Well, probate is not always necessary. The best thing to do is to meet with your attorney and get some specific advice to your situation. In some instances, we absolutely need probate. In others, we don't. So, some examples of when we would need to probate a will, for example, when the person named as your beneficiary in the will is different than your natural heir,
Yes.
that beneficiary is going to want that will probated. Otherwise, it's just a piece of paper, right? Another example would be if we need a personal representative appointed over an estate, whether there's a will or not a will, and that personal representative is authorized to do things like go out and gather assets, get information from an investment company or a brokerage. They need authority to sell a piece of property. They need to gather assets and transfer them to your heirs or your beneficiaries. You would need to probate a will or probate an estate to do that if you didn't have a will. And then another example of something that your personal representative would need to do is maybe deal with creditors and negotiate, settle with them, or use the probate process as a way to minimize the impact of creditors' claims on an estate. So, but you would need to go through the probate process for someone to be authorized to do that on your behalf.
Got it. Got it.